When the child Jesus shows up on Christmas Day, later this month, at least we memorialize it in that way, when did he know that he was in touch with that aspect of being God? Or do we know that?
Well, I would say, all children have intuitions of God that go all the way back to the womb. I think God's already giving them a sense of himself. And so also I think that God gives, a child, of course, his own son gives him a hyper awareness of his unity with himself, but not as a conceptual idea. As a preborn child and as a child who has not yet reached, the age of a conceptual clarity. So let's call him a pre-thematic child, a pre-linguistic child. Jesus has a tacit sense of his unity with the Father, a mystical sense of his unity with the Father, but he does not yet have a conceptually distinct sense of his unity with the Father. Now, the moment that kind of linguistic capacity gets gelled. I mean, it's already there in a sense, but the moment it becomes gelled, and his human nature has that capacity, his human nature is going to automatically reflect on and conceptualize what he has had a sense of even in the womb. The sense of his unity with the Father, qua Son, that he is not just touched by, in a sense, the sacred or God. He knows that that God is his Father, and he has that filial relationship with him. And then the moment that kind of reason, the moment self-reflective conceptual articulation occurs, boom, instantly, the first thing he's going to know is his sonship. And the first thing his mother's going to explain to him when he asks, hey, am I special? Automatically, right? His mother is going to explain this to him, and there is going to be a conceptual clarity about it that he's going to be able to articulate. And of course, as he matures in conceptual articulation, it's going to become more refined. But yeah, he has an awareness from the womb, as I would put it.
Well, if I think about it, even with Our Lady visiting Elizabeth, obviously John the Baptist was in the womb, and he had some awareness of our Lord's
absolutely
nature, right? So I mean, that's
absolutely, and I mean, oh yeah, I mean that book by Robert Coles, the Harvard psychiatrist, The Spiritual Life of Children. I mean, it's just absolutely fascinating. I mean, Out of the Mouth of Babes, that wonderful book, Mr. God, this is Anna speaking, I mean, these are the kinds of things. Children are absolutely touched by God. Absolutely, they have genuine religious experiences. Yes, I mean, they can practically forget everything when they become adolescents, and that brain becomes fogged by a variety of different... yeah, on purpose. But eventually the fog lifts. So, yeah, for all intents and purposes, though, yeah, Jesus certainly had that awareness.